and we are back with another banger. So please smash the hell out of that like button, you guys, and subscribe. And yeah, man, we're gonna talk this boxing, man. Wow, Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde has just got announced today, you guys. That's what Frank Warren has said. A deal has gotten finalized for Artur Beterbiev and Anthony Yarde. I think this is an awesome fight for the division. Anthony Yarde still has, still his name still holds weight over there in the UK. Being that he has lost to Sergey Kovalev, which we all know about. I just really want to see what's next for him. I want to see, what can he do next, to possibly reinvent himself. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I'm gonna just call a spade a spade. Artur Beterbiev is a different beast. Okay, so I don't know what Anthony Yarde has been looking for or what he's even doing lately in boxing. Um, but Anthony Yarde is in for the toughest fight of his entire life. Yes, man. Yes. I mean, Artur Beterbiev, as Joe Smith, as Gvosdik. I mean, he is dominating and destroying these guys. Yes, the Gvosdik fight was close in the beginning. It all starts out like that, and then Artur Beterbiev, finds a way to end your career. And I just really truly feel, man, after getting, really punched by Artur Beterbiev and actually really, seeing what it's like to fight a guy like that, man, I just really truly think that you guys need to, be more aware of how devastating of a puncher Artur Beterbiev in this fight, man. I don't think a lot of you guys understand, the level um of caution you need to use when you're fighting this guy, man. If Anthony Yarde can outbox Artur Beterbiev for 12 full rounds, he would win the fight. But if he can't, if he cannot, then it's night night for Anthony Yarde, man. It just is what it is. It's night night, man, because I don't see him winning. I really don't see him winning, man. The more I think about it, the more I'm checking his his uh his stats and how good is Artur Beterbiev. I really think the sky's the limit. Um, I've heard wild sparring partners of Artur Beterbiev, and a lot of people say that Artur Beterbiev is a devastating puncher, man. There was a Mayweather fighter that actually said that getting hit by Artur Beterbiev was like getting hit by a car. That's what he said out of his own mouth, and he was serious. Um, and like I don't think you guys understand. Like I really don't think none of you guys that listen to this channel or understand what I'm ready to tell you guys. But I really truly think that Artur Beterbiev was the reason why Andre Ward retired. I really do, man. The more I think about it, the more I break down this fight, the more I, just break down Artur Beterbiev's career. Um, Artur Beterbiev could single-handedly be the best fighter in the entire world of boxing, and nobody is just paying attention to it. I mean, yes, people think Artur Beterbiev is good, but to be the best ever, um, in the world of boxing, is a different feat. And I think that he makes 175 pounds because he can make that weight. And I think he's a very dangerous puncher at that weight. But I think he can have success in the heavyweight division as well. I think he's that big of a puncher. Um, I really truly do, man. I really truly do, man. I think Artur Beterbiev is a different animal. Um, and I think he'll be that way for the next couple more years. I think he's got a good maybe, 2 to 4 years left at optimal strength. And after that, man, I just think that, I think he should just retire, man, because a guy like that with that much muscle mass and trains that hard, I just truly feel like you can only stay at the top for so long. The human body can only, muster up, you know, um, you know, it can only muster up, enough, and when enough is enough, enough is enough. Um, I just really feel like right now Artur Beterbiev is leaps and bounds ahead of a lot of fighters. I don't know any fighter at 175 pounds that can really withstand this brutal beatdown that Artur Beterbiev is willing to display. Um, he literally puts on a show, and I'm thoroughly impressed on everything I've seen from Artur Beterbiev as a fighter. And a lot of stories I'm hearing coming out of the boxing community is that nobody really wants to spar Artur Beterbiev. You know, sparring partners get destroyed as soon as they get in the ring with Artur Beterbiev. I think a lot of fight fans need to pay a lot more attention to Artur Beterbiev and who Artur Beterbiev is. He's never lost a professional fight, and he's knocked out every last opponent that he has ever been in the ring with. He's 18-0 with all 18 knockouts. Okay, every last fight he's been in, he's knocked his opponent out in. That's a very, very hard feat, you know, to be honest with you guys. You know, it's a very, very hard feat. I don't think any of you guys know how hard a feat that is to knock out every last opponent you've been in the ring with. And his last 5 to 6 opponents have been really good names. Really good names. Like Marcus Brown, I know he didn't think he was going to get destroyed like that. Joe Smith Jr., I know he didn't think he was going to get destroyed like that. Gvastik. I knew he didn't think he was going to get destroyed like that and have to retire after the fight like that. Okay? Gvastik was an undefeated world champion that just destroyed and put away Adonis Stevenson and put him in the hospital. Okay? Adonis Stevenson will never be the same after the Gvastik fight. Okay? Okay? I don't think you guys understand. Adonis Stevenson has brain issues, and he will never be the same after the Gvastik fight. Okay, after what Gvastik did. Okay, Artur Beterbiev beat Gvastik so bad that he retired him almost in the same fashion that Gvastik did Adonis Stevenson. You guys gotta understand what is going on and what is taking place, man. You know. And I don't think a lot of you guys understand what's really going on and how devastating of a puncher, you know, Artur Beterbiev is. Just from a fighter standpoint, you know. Artur Beterbiev is one of the most devastating punchers that boxing has ever seen. And I take that very, very seriously because I miss the ice season itself. You know what I'm saying? Ice season has been made by Corey Lee Boxing, period, pretty much. I mean, I never knew anybody else using it. I've never heard anybody else using it before me. And I really feel like Artur Beterbiev right now is the president of the Ice Season fan club. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and just out of all fighters, man, I mean, Artur Beterbiev embodies the word boxing. I mean, from what they tell me, he pretty much eats, sleeps, and trains boxing. Of course, he has a family. But a guy said that he walked into the gym. Okay, and this is a fighter. He walked into the gym. Shout out to ITR Boxing, man. You can go, guys. You can go check out what he put on there. And I'll try to leave a link in the description. But ITR Boxing did a Better Beeves, uh, I guess stories or whatever. And when he had a fighter on there, and the fighter was saying that Artur Beterbiev had 3 sparring partners lined up for Artur Beterbiev, and that Artur Beterbiev had knocked out every last one of those sparring partners. And then, a guy knocked on the door, I guess, of the boxing gym, or came into the boxing gym, and Artur Beterbiev was pretty much like, "Do it's sparring time. Do you want something too?" And this guy never fought in his life. So it's just like, it's wild. I don't know. I just feel like Artur Beterbiev is almost like a real life Terminator, man. Seriously. I know a lot of you guys don't really look into Artur Beterbiev that closely, and I know he doesn't get a lot of airfare on, a lot of you guys' channels and stuff like that, man. But man, we could be looking at the best fighter, pound for pound, in the entire world of boxing, Artur Beterbiev, and definitely the most pound for pound, most powerful puncher in boxing is gotta be Artur Beterbiev. You know, I just think the accumulation, and not even the accumulation, just how hard he hits. Darnell in the chat says it's almost like the longer his fights go, the more damage he does to fighters. Yeah, man. It's like, who the fuck wants to stand for 12 rounds and literally deal with Artur Beterbiev for 12 full rounds? Who is willing to do that? I don't know of many. And now Anthony Yarde is signing up to fight, you know? I mean, I just feel like, man, it's a lot to ask, man. It's a lot to ask from Anthony Yarde, okay? It's a lot to ask, man. It really is. It really is, bro. You know? And I just really think that Anthony Yarde, at this point in his career, I don't think he's understanding what he's getting himself into. You know? Yarde will give him a fight when he did lose. He says, when he did lose, he gassed out. He gassed out against Sergey Kovalev. Mind you, Sergey Kovalev was an Asian veteran, okay, and that is nowhere near, I feel like, in the physical shape of an Artur Beterbiev, or takes boxing as seriously as Artur Beterbiev does. Artur Beterbiev and Kovalev, in my opinion, are pretty much two different fighters. Yes, they're both from the same area. Yes, they're both Russian. I believe Kovalev is Russian. And I just, right now, you have to understand, man, it's like apples and oranges. You know what I mean? Artur Beterbiev is not even like apples and oranges. It's literally like a baseline Honda Civic versus a ZR1 Corvette. I mean, at this point in Kovalev's career. So Anthony Yarde getting that win over, I mean, excuse me, competing and actually eventually getting stopped by Sergey Kovalev was, it was just like, dude, if you can't last against an Asian veteran like Sergey Kovalev, okay, which Canelo Alvarez knocked out at one, and Canelo Alvarez is a natural, Canelo Alvarez natural 100 and Canelo Alvarez is a natural 154 pounder, 160 pounder, and you knocked out Kovalev, which is 175 pounder. Come on, man. Artur Beterbiev is coming down from 200. I don't think you guys understand what Artur Beterbiev walks around, and he's physically fit, shredded, shredded at 200. He melts his body down to 175, bro. I heard somebody say that, it's almost like a cheat code that Artur Beterbiev can make the weight. Okay? I don't think you guys understand what we're dealing with, man. I really don't think you guys understand what we're dealing with. Modern King Boxing says, my boy Anthony Yarde lines only in the camp. Modern King Boxing, I don't mean no harm, my brother, but Anthony Yarde is going to get iced. He's going to sleep. I promise you. I promise you. Anthony Yarde he might retire after this fight. I mean, he might retire after this fight. That's how dangerous Artur Beterbiev is as a puncher. Yes, ice season for Anthony Yarde, 100%, 100%, 100%. Anthony Yarde will get iced. There is no There is no two ways about this, man. Smash that like button. Dietrich Beats it in chat says, yes, this is not a good matchup. Modern King Boxing says ice season. Yes, you have to understand right now, man. Artur Beterbiev right now, for as good as he is still a threat at heavyweight. Yes. Yes. Artur Beterbiev is shredded at 175. Okay? I think a real good 210 to 2, I wouldn't even say 220 because Artur Beterbiev can make 175. It's just crazy that he can make 175. It's a cheat code. It's a cheat code. Because I really truly think, because let me tell you something, man. One of my favorite fighters, and you guys all know that watch this channel, you guys all know that one of my favorite fighters is Alexander Usyk. Okay? Alexander Usyk is a is a devastating. Alexander Usyk is a devastating boxer. He's a really good boxer. He's a really good boxer. And for him to be outboxing Artur Beterbiev in that amateur fight, but let me tell you something. Artur Beterbiev is such a devastating puncher that Artur Beterbiev knocked down Alexander Usyk in a amateur fight. Yes. That's how devastating of a puncher that Artur Beterbiev is. He knocked down the current unified heavyweight champion of the world. Yes, Corley Boxing told you guys that Alexander Usyk would beat Anthony Joshua 4 years ago. I told you that here on this channel. 4 years ago, I told you that, guys. Artur Beterbiev knocked him down. Okay? I don't think you guys understand or, could fathom the level of destruction and chaos that Artur Beterbiev unleashes. Um, Modern King Boxing in his chat says, I hear you, bro. Top of the morning. I think Yarde's good morning, champ. He says, I think Yard. Damn, 2023 starting off right. Yeah, this fight it has gotten made, you guys, for January 28th, okay? 2023. Okay, so just a couple of months away. About 2 to 3 months away, man. About 3 months away, you know? Modern King Boxing in the chat says, I think since Yard fought the real killer Kovalev, his experience is not fall into Beterbiev's game plan. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, Modern King Boxing. Anthony Yarde, and I mean this, and I'm so serious, yo. This is one of the most serious live streams I could possibly be in, yo. I'm being honest, man. I don't think you guys understand, man. Artur Beterbiev is gonna destroy, okay? Artur Beterbiev is gonna destroy, okay? He's gonna destroy Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde is not going to be able to withhold any of this energy, man. Any of this power that Artur Beterbiev has. I mean, it's almost like an aura about him. And you guys got to understand, some fighters he has, some fighters that actually been in the ring with Artur Beterbiev and that sparred him, and some say that he has like an aura about him. Is it a Mike Tyson aura? From what all signs point to that it is, you know, it is, to be honest with you, it is. And I just feel like right now, you guys, man, Artur Beterbiev is gonna definitely is gonna do damage, man. All around strong. What's happening, my brother? Good morning, man. Smash that like button, man. For real, man. Smash that like button, man. But yeah, man, I really want to tell you guys more about what's going on, man, with Anthony Yarde, man. I haven't even got broke it down the way I want to break it down yet. So definitely buckle up. And yeah, man, we're gonna talk this boxing, man. Artur Beterbiev, his style is devastating to any fighter, okay? To any fighter to get in the ring with Artur Beterbiev at this point in his career is almost it's insanity. Okay? I mean, he destroyed Marcus Brownie. Marcus Brown will never be the same after that fight. Never. Never, 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 never. Okay? Vostik, okay? The former and the current, when he was fighting Beterbiev, WBC champion that was undefeated, will never be the same after fighting Artur Beterbiev, okay? Okay? Joe Smith Jr. that he just fought and iced in 4 to 5 rounds or less. I think it was like 3 rounds. Iced him. Okay? Got him out of there. That's 3. Okay? And you guys gotta understand, man, when the level of competition for the Archer Beterbiev like raises up, I feel like he gets even better. I feel like he gets even better with the competition that's put in front of him. And I feel like Anthony Yarde at this point in his career, this is not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it, man. It's not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it. You know, I know Anthony Yarde can be possibly a good fighter. Coming up. And I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm not taking anything away from Anthony Yarde. But Anthony Yarde is just nowhere. He trains nowhere close to what Artur Beterbiev trains like. Artur Beterbiev is a maniac in the gym, dude. Have you guys seen some of his training footage? I mean, it's absurd for you guys to even contemplate if Anthony Yarde could even win at all. Okay, Bivol, Demetrius Bivol, okay, is fighting Ramirez. Okay, either neither one of those guys will see the 12th and final bell. Okay, Demetrius Bivol might. Okay, Demetrius Bivol might. Okay, and that's why I really think that that's a good fight. I think that Demetrius Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev is the best fight in the division. Period. Bar none. Because Demetrius Bivol can box, you know, and I think a boxer will give Artur Beterbiev some problems. I'm not going to say all because you still got to go through hell to outbox him. So I'm not going to say all, okay? I'll say some, but I won't say all, okay? To be able to beat Artur Beterbiev right now, in this form that he's in his career, you're gonna have to box from the outside, and you're gonna have an elite jab. Okay, you're gonna have one of the better jabs in boxing. You're gonna have a jab so good that it's almost like an Alexander Usyk jab, or very close to. There's no way you're gonna beat Artur Beterbiev with power, or try to outstrength him or out manhandle him at 175. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Haven't seen a guy yet come close. This guy, they say that Artur Beterbiev handles and knocks out and destroys heavyweights in sparring with headgear on. Destroys them. Walks straight through them. Heavyweights. I'm 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 very serious. I'm very serious. Heavyweights, you know? So for a guy that can make 175 pounds, and for a guy that's probably, Anthony Yarde probably does, walk around probably hefty. He's a big 175 pounder. But you got to understand, he's not how can I put this? He's not made of I feel like Artur Beterbiev's muscle mass is different too. Like you guys gotta understand, Artur Beterbiev has everything working for him. Okay, he's got the mental fortitude that it takes to be a world champion. That's number one. Okay, number two, he has the genetics. Okay, of a world class athlete. Okay, which is rare in boxing. The genetics. Okay, the brain and the genetics. Okay. And last but not least, he has the hunger to keep training and to keep wanting to best himself and to be better. Okay. And that's why I really think you guys should take a closer look at Artur Beterbiev. And I really truly think y'all should, man. Let me see what you guys talking about in the chat. Smash that like button, y'all. Modern King Boss says Lions in the camp, they can pull it off. That Lyndon Artur second win proved he's sharp. Yeah, man, but come on, man. That's that's Lyndon Archer. That's not Artur Beterbiev. That's not Artur Beterbiev, buddy. That's a Artur, but it's not Artur Beterbiev, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the wrong guy, man. It's the wrong guy. It's the wrong guy. What can I say? It's the wrong guy. It's the wrong guy, man. Nah, man. You gotta have your guys right, man. You gotta know who you're talking about, man. You're talking about the wrong Archer, man. That's the whole time. That's who you've been talking about. You thought since he got that good win over Archer that he was gonna be this Archer? Come on, man. I know you didn't think that, man. That guy to get destroyed in less than 4 rounds by Archer better be, man. Come on, man. He says, call that motherfucker Lyndon Archer. I don't know what this dude, whoever this dude name is, he's getting destroyed by Archer Beterbiev, man. He's getting destroyed, man. Modern King says he should be a barn burner. It's not even gonna be a barn. Yeah, he's gonna probably get some hits in on a. And that's another thing. That's another thing. The Archer Beterbiev, not only does he have good genetics, but he's got a good chin. You know? Yes, he's been knocked down a couple times. Yes, I understand that he's been knocked down a couple times, but he's got back up. He's got right back up. If you don't finish Artur Beterbiev, you're in for a long fucking night, man. You're in for a long fucking night. So I really hope, and I really hope and that's another way that Anthony Yarde could win. He could win by power. I did say he could win by a jab, and I said that's one of the only ways he can win. I think he can win. He can win two ways. I think he can win from power, and and in the other way, I think he can win is with a jab. I think you have to use both of those in boxing to be able to beat an all around fighter like Artur Beterbiev. Okay, um, Artur Beterbiev is a powerful, devastating puncher. You have to respect that, and you have to think about that when you're in the ring with Artur Beterbiev at all times. You have to understand that when you're in the ring with a guy like Artur Beterbiev, you have to know that that power shot is right around the corner, and it's not far away. You know, it's not far away. It's not far away at all. And I just think right now, man, I think, Archer better be at a point in his life that he can definitely beat all of the top 175 pounders right now. I think that the only fight that I feel like right now would be a close and a competitive fight for as long as it lasts would be Demetrius Bivol. And the only reason why I give Bivol a shot at winning is because what I've seen in the Canelo fight. I feel like Demetrius Bivol outboxed and outclassed Canelo Alvarez. I give him, big kudos to that and big points. Um, but as far as Artur Beterbiev, you guys got to understand when I break down a fight, I break down a fighter, and I want to know how much punishment can that fighter take, and how good is his chin, and how good is how good is he as a man in that ring, and ring generalship and all of that stuff. So when I broke down the Joe Smith Jr. fight, if you guys look at my breakdown, I told you guys that he was going to destroy and knock out Joe Smith Jr. And I think I won money on that because I bet that he was going to knock him out in like 4, 5, or 6 or some shit like that. It was like one of those type of bets. I picked like the one of the exact rounds that it was gonna happen in, I believe. I posted it on my Instagram. But yeah, I mean Artur Beterbiev is that type of devastating puncher. Did I think that he was gonna win against Gvozdyk? Yeah, I thought he was gonna win against Gvozdyk, but I didn't. I thought it would be. I thought it would be competitive like it was, and I think if I'm not mistaken, you guys can go back and check my videos. I think that I got that right on the head. I think I picked 10th round knockout or 11th round knockout. I was either one round off or I got it right spot on the Gvozdyk fight. Because you guys got to understand, Gvozdyk was a champion. I knew that, and I knew that he wasn't going to just give up his belt that easily, even if he was getting his ass whooped. You know, there's a level of respect and there's a level of dignity that a champion has, and he doesn't want to lose that. He doesn't want to lose that. So when you're in there with a real champion, he's not going to want to lose that belt for anyone, you know, not just the people that are watching. He doesn't want to lose that belt to anyone. So I feel like it could be Joe Schmo in front of you. If Gvozdyk in Gvozdyk's mind you, Gvozdyk's mind, here where I'm coming from. Gvozdyk was a WBC world champion. He just dethroned Adonis Stevenson, which was at the top of his level. Okay. And he's coming off of all of these successful wins, and he's still the Adonis Stevenson was a career high payday. Okay. And he's still undefeated, meaning he had never been beat, meaning no man has ever told Gvozdyk that he is not lesser than. Okay. So he always thinks that he's at the top level. So you have to take that into consideration when you're, placing a bet, or when you're breaking down a fight, or when you're, you know, picking a fight. When you're picking a fight, like people pick football games, you know. This is the way I break down fights, and this is the way I pick fights. You know what I'm saying? I have to take all of these things into consideration. You know, I all Alexander Gvozdyk, excuse me if I keep butchering his name. These dudes are German and the names are wild as shit. And it's just I'm an American and I'm just trying to break down this shit the best I can. But I do know their names. Gvozdyk is a good fighter. He's on the potential of being a great fighter. Some would say he probably was a great fighter when he beat Adonis Stevenson. But I knew and I seen him hurt. When I seen Gvozdyk hurt in the Adonis Stevenson fight, and I knew if he could win this fight, okay, if he could win this fight, that he would possibly be fighting Artur Beterbiev next. I knew that, okay? And I also knew how hard and devastating a puncher that Artur Beterbiev is, okay? And I took all of that into consideration. And that's why I said that my pick, it was either the 10th or the 11th round knockout for Artur Beterbiev, because I gave Gvozdyk, you know, 10 rounds, okay, of punishment that I knew he was going to take, okay, to give up those belts. Okay, it was going to take 10 rounds, okay? I knew if he got knocked down early, he would get back up and he would box, okay? Because I knew he was a good boxer as well, okay? He used to train at Robert Garcia's gym with Alexander Usyk and Vasil Lomachenko. I knew he was a good boxer. I knew that. In the back of my mind, I'm like, this dude used to train, okay, right side by side with Alexander Usyk and Vasil Lomachenko, which are his Ukraine comrades and which are his Ukraine brothers. Okay, and when I knew that, I just knew that I knew that Artur Beterbiev would have to go and really dominate this guy. I knew that, and I knew he would have to put on the heat early. I know he would have to just put a pressure cooker on, and he put a timer on there, and his timer was 12 rounds. Okay. And I just feel like at the end, pressure bust pipes. And that's exactly what happened in the Bostic fight. Pressure bust pipes. And Bostic could not take anymore. And it was night, and it was game over. Okay? And salute to Bostic. He was a great fighter, and he was a he was a good champion. I wouldn't say great, but I say good champion. And he doesn't need to hold his head about anything. But I just knew the night that Artur Beterbiev was going to face him, and I did see the weigh in as well. So I took all of that in consideration, and that's what made me pick the 10th or the 11th round. And I think he was gonna, but now that I think he was, did I ever say that Artur Beterbiev was gonna retire Gvozdyk? I don't remember ever saying that, but that would not be out of the realm of possibility. Meaning, this is how devastating of a puncher Artur Beterbiev is. He can end your career, and I really mean that. I don't. I think I know.